Hello, my name is Ronald and welcome to Ronald's Reviews. So I recently stayed up the past 2 nights in a row watching Paul Thomas Anderson's catalog all the way through. What I came out with was this perfect list of his top 5 movies. So without further ado, let's get started. Number 5 is Boogie Nights. This is a lot of people's favorite Paul Thomas Anderson film, and I see why. It's definitely one of his most entertaining. There's a lot of really funny moments and very eccentric characters. Just it being shot around 70s LA, focusing in on the porn industry, makes for a very, very interesting and unique watch. To me, it's the story that makes it so iconic, however. It shows the corruption of a young porn actor. It's kind of like Goodfellas, but it wraps it up a lot better because there's a lot of heart in it. I just think it's rare to show this corruption alongside this compassion. A very special film. Number 4 is Inherent Vice. Again, this is set in 70s LA, and it's exploring the underbelly of the city. I don't think this is a popular pick, but I think this is a very special film. To me, it's kind of like a painting. It's really just trying to capture this feeling. We have our main character, Detective Doc, played by Joaquin Phoenix, trying to solve this seemingly unsolvable case, and we just see what that experience does to him. What we see is a guy just trying to do the right thing, um, getting thrown around along the way, but we also see how he comes out on the other side of these challenges. My favorite part is when he reunites the Junkie family at the end. Number 3 is Licorice Pizza. I think this is a highly underrated film. Um, Again, PTA really has a thing for 70s LA here. There's two reasons I think this film is so great. The first is I really think it captures the angst of teen love or young love. You can really feel those moments, probably relate to some of those if you've had one of these types of relationships. And it's also just a very cohesive story. By the end of the film, it's very clear that Anderson's trying to show us how shame gets in the way of love, and how it gets in the way of us being happy. I highly recommend this watch. Number 2 is Magnolia. I think this is PTA's most ambitious film, so it deserves a nod here. This notion that everything happens for a reason is something that's floating around. I think it's in everybody's head. And I would say this is one of the best arguments that that is true. I mean, it certainly makes you believe it to be. There's a lot of pain in this film. There's a lot of love, and it's cool to see the director really get to the bottom of this cause and effect that occurs between generations. Generational trauma exists. Um, there's no way around it when you see this film. Again, I just think this was a highly difficult story to tell, and it deserves a lot of credit for that. Number 1 is The Master. A lot of people compare There Will Be Blood to No Country for Old Men, but I actually think this film is thematically more similar. Here, Anderson's dealing with what is really the depth of the human condition in doubt. We have our main character, played by Joaquin Phoenix, bounced off of this other character, a cult leader played by Philip Seymour Hoffman. And there's kind of this game that they play the whole time where Joaquin is in this doubt, and the cult leader has this perceived confidence, and we see how they sort of try to figure each other out. The film is wrapped up beautifully when finally Joaquin's character sees through the false confidence, and he's able to let go of his friendship and move on with his life. I just imagine this was a very difficult film to make, and again, I have to give credit to Anderson for really tying up the story that was emerging in front of him. On a side note, guys, I've really been struggling of late. People have been commenting hateful things on my videos, and it's really taken its toll on my self-esteem. I can't seem to work, so I've started a GoFundMe where you can support me, and hopefully I can get better. Just remember, God's watching. That's all for my video today. Remember, if you enjoy this content, like and subscribe. Just remember, God's watching. Just remember, God's watching. Just remember, God's watching.